Yeah, speaking of all that NWO stuff, like I mentioned to you, it might have been last night or something in a text that I just had lunch with Barry Bloom, who kind of, that's how everything got started.
Well, and Barry was the one who, when he drew up the contract, when we returned, was that he drew up that Kev, I, and one other person will share in one half of the NWO merch. So every time they sell NWO merch, me, Kevin, Hulk get a check too for NWO stuff. Then I get all the Razor stuff and all the, now see, back in the day when I was on their first video game, and there was only about 8 or 9 guys. Now they put everybody on it. So the royalties from then are a lot smaller. But back then, man, like I remember Coliseum Video that. And they would change the banners and it would say Coliseum Videos. Like, oh man, I got to do this stuff. And I was like, no, you want to be on these because you get paid by Coliseum.
The matches weren't fun because they were at the end of the night and the people were dead, but you got paid.
Yeah, and they were on VHS back then.
Hey, did you know Coliseum Video was originally an adult video company?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only you would have that kind of knowledge.
Yeah. So, hey, man.
You dabbled in that field a little bit, I heard.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, hey.
Yeah, prove that, officer.
Hey, is there anybody want to hit Scott with some last minute stuff before we get going?
Yeah, I wanted to know, who are you most looking forward to seeing again at Raw 25?
My boy, I'm looking forward to seeing Kid Pop.
Yeah, that's what's up.
There has never been a time when I have run into him, no matter where my life was personally, and I would run into him in an airport or something. He always made me smile, and he does now. Now he's in such a good place. His health. He looks incredible. He's in better shape than when he wrestled.
Oh yeah, way better.
And his head's in good space. I think Lou has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, she's a big part. Yeah.
No, that little rescue dog rescued you.
But I was doing really good before I found her.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I'm a Christian, so I believe God put you guys together.
Oh, for sure.
So, definitely. I mean, because had you not been in a good place, you wouldn't have been able to take care of her.
Yeah.
Because she can't take care of herself. She got one eye, one jaw, abuse, covered when you found her, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't you spend a couple grand taking her to the vet?
Yeah, she had to have a couple surgeries, yeah.
But to see that the positive effect that you being in the right headspace and having that companion, that's why they do it. They do it with people with PTSD, which I suffer from, and stuff like that. I've never been around dogs.
Yeah.
Like when Cody was here, he rescued a cat. We had a cat for a while.
It's a lot easier to take care of a cat.
No, well, you can't travel with a cat.
No.
Cats like to hang out at home and they barely come around you at home. But I was thinking about maybe I'll just get one of those little dogs too and just carry it around. Last time I saw you had like a baby carrier.
Yeah.
With Lou,
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see Lou in New York, right?
You will. She's coming to Raw 25.
Nice.
Whether they like it or not.
No, I saw that you posted something about like she was stressing, or she was excited because you went to Australia.
Yeah, because she thought she was going with.
She's thinking, okay, another road trip, and then it was breaking your heart. You couldn't take her.
She cut a promo on me when I got back from the gym for leaving her at home, and I went to the gym this morning. Holy crap.
The gym is closed here. Everything is closed. It's brutal.
Yeah. Well, do the ab wheel.
Luckily, I stocked up on food.
Do the ab wheel.
I'm looking forward to seeing, I only have, I know some of the young guys, but I don't know them that closely. I know them from watching them wrestle. But, I'm looking forward to seeing Kid Pac. I'm looking forward to seeing Big Grouchy Kev. Because he'll be there.
Yeah, he will.
How many times has he said, I'm not coming? And
that's when you know he's coming for sure.
Right. So when he said that, I don't argue with him. I said, well, get well soon. Because sometimes he said, well, I'm not going. I go, oh, gee, they'll have to cancel the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Gee, they'll just cancel the whole show if you don't show up, Kev.
So, hey, Bill, do you have anything? No, we're good,
man.
And TK, anyone? Bueller?
I mean, I have stuff, but let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, we're going to get... Hello? Hey, man.
That's a good...
I think he hung up on us.
Or he's joking with you again.
Oh, man, this has been... It's been tough with the...
Thanks for having me, Pac.
Hey, there you are. There you are.
I just want to say that you are, having done your first broadcast and then doing this at the last minute, you are, and I don't do these, but I'll do radio, like local radio, the sports channel want me to come and promote it, and I think I'll go by tomorrow and do that. But you are so much better now, bro. You've hit your stride, and I'm so proud of you. I saw that thing you sent me about that event coming up in Johnstown.
Oh yeah, the breaking the cycle of addiction.
Yeah, well, and one guy's going, addiction is not a crime. He's running for the Senate and stuff, and that's. I think
it's an honor to be asked to do that, Scott.
Well, go through what we go through, so that how many of our peers are dead who live the same lifestyle we did, who actually introduced us to that lifestyle.
Yeah, and
they're all dead. So I think guys like me and you are here for a reason.
Yeah, I was just saying, last night, a lot of sad endings to our stories. Mine's not going to be one of them.
I saw it. Yeah, and you said, and I'm not going to be one. Yeah, because I saw some guy posted well, do you think that your demons were a hamper on your career?
No, he actually said, "Do you think
he said, great career.
Yeah, he said, "Do you think your career was a failure because of your drug and alcohol?" I said, "No. I think it was a huge success in spite of it."
Yeah, and tell him to check the ratings, because when you left and went back to Raw, leaving Nitro, that's when me and Kev went, screw it. You let our buddy go? Well, F you. And then you went up there and popped the territory, and Nitro never won another Monday night. So after you showed up the first time, the tide shifted, and you were the one responsible.
So a
lot of people don't give you credit for that. I felt that Vince never thought until you left. Then he went, oh my God, I should have held on to him.
Yeah, he was. Scott just said that Vince didn't really know. He wasn't. He didn't covet me as much
big guys because Vince is a big guy. Yeah. Vince is a big guy, so all his top guys were big guys, and you were the first cruiserweight guy to ever get over huge with the audience. Yeah. Now they've got a lot of tiny guys. They've got a 205 show on their network, and they feature the smaller guys. But in that era, it was all big guys. And remember, the ring was like a billiard table, because they'd have battle royals, and there'd be 20, 300-pound guys in there.
It was the worst. It made you really not want to go to the ring every night. It really made it hard.
I'll never forget the first time I took a bump in a WCW ring after being on Vince's for years. And it's like a tactomat, because if you don't, it hurts worse. I'll never forget hitting a ring and almost bounced back to my feet. And I remember going to Kev, wait till you take a bump. Oh my God, it's like a trampoline. Yeah. And me and Kev had so much stroke with Bischoff at that point. I remember thinking, because his was 18 by 18. The rings were a little bit smaller. Vince's 20 by 20. I remember going, we just got to talk Eric into making the rings a little bit bigger. And Macho was right there, and he went, the rings are fine.
Yeah.
They make me look faster.
It's true. The smaller rings. The smaller rings.
You got it, Mach.
The smaller rings tighten up the action. I talk about that a lot. It doesn't look as good, but the action's a lot tighter.
Well, it forces. I always felt like the guys crowding me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but you're used to working in Europe. Those rings were tiny.
Oh, they're brutal. Those are like 16 by 16, 14 by 14.
So,
but by then, once you get in a certain mode, you know how it is when you reach a certain level in your career. Time turns everybody babyface. So you go in there and sell a little bit, then beat the guy. So it doesn't really matter. But if you're a villain, I don't like the guy being all over me.
Yeah. So, hey, the main things, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The main things that we learned in this conversation is that botch of me in the rematch was all Scott's fault. Number one. And number two, I deserve all the credit for WWE beating WCW in the Monday Night Wars.
I agree. I concur.
Thank you. And you're a breath of fresh air. I'm sorry, we're out of time.
Gene reference. I love it.
I love you, Scott.
All right, I love you too, buddy. You coming in Sunday night?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to try coming straight from my show in Akron. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. I'll see you there, buddy. I love you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
All right. Sweet. Well, it was really good conversation, except for all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, but when the people see this, they won't know about that because it's going to edit toget's so nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Nice.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Poor Mark. Mark, you got a long day ahead of you.
Mark's in there with scotch tape, like cutting the.
I got a couple of cuts to make.
So, yeah. Anyways, we do the best we can. Sometimes there's technical difficulties.
That was a great conversation, though.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was
Cool.
awesome. Kidding me?
Yeah.
Could talk to Scott Hall. Come on.
So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get some.
So Saturday the 20th, you'll be in Akron,
Yeah.
Ohio for LEW Fierce is the name of the show. Tickets are available at tickettour.com. There's a VIP package for
How do you
Sean.
spell ticket tour?
Ticket and then OR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ticket tour.
Ticket tour.
Yeah.
The He-Man character.
Yeah, that's
Gives
what
you
it sounds
tickets.
like. So you got that going on the 20th. You'll be at the Raw 25th anniversary on Monday. You also have your Royal Rumble viewing party at Duffy's Bar and Grill in Chicago. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com for that. And then in February on the 24th, you'll be at the Breaking Cycle of Addiction speech at Town Hall.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. All right. Anything else?
All
Denise?
right. Well, you guys can follow me on Twitter or on Instagram at _Denise Salcedo.
And don't you have a YouTube channel and
I
all
do,
that?
but I just got depressing news. My channel is no longer available for monetization because YouTube changed their program rules. So
great.
I'm a little depressed about that.
Wonderful.
So don't
YouTube.
watch Denise on YouTube.
Yeah.
I
don't
got 2
know.
words for YouTube.
Jimbo.
Follow me on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth. And thank you to all the fans that came out at the signing this weekend and talked about how much they love listening to the show. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm everywhere at Sundown Motel. Check out uprocks.com, withspandex.com, uprocks.com/pro wrestling. Just today we uploaded a new episode of our podcast that has Woken Matt Hardy on it.
Oh,
It's
great.
a fun conversation. We asked him what would happen if we threw Bray Wyatt into the lake of reincarnation. We asked him if King Maxwell's going to fight Kurt Hawkins. Lots of good stuff on there. And if you're coming to PCW Ultra this weekend, say hi to me and Jimbo because we'll be there representing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, and tomorrow's Candice LeRae's last independent show before she goes to the WWE at Bar Wrestling. So
Yeah.
if you can make it out, please
She's
come
going to
make
be
it out to
fighting
that.
Joey Ryan in the main event. It's going to be
yeah.
amazing. The cutest tag team explodes.
Nice. All right, everyone. I'm not sure who the guest is next week. But
Kevin Gill in studio.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but then we still might have a guest.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, you can follow us on AfterBuzz TV. You can follow us on Twitter, The Real X-Pac, IG X-Pac12360, Facebook X-Pac12360 Show. Don't forget to give us 5 stars or better, or 5 stars, on iTunes and write your comments on YouTube. Also, if you do want to support Jazzy Gabert, you can go on GoFundMe.com/Alpha Female Surgery Support. And you can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Cool. All right, everyone. We'll see you right here next week on X-Pac 12360.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Sean Waltman, producers Jimbo Frank and TK Trinidad, managing producer of AfterBuzz TV Wrestling Mark Donica, and the entire X-Pac 12360 staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in. Like us on Facebook, rate and comment on iTunes and YouTube. Follow X-Pac on Twitter at TheRealXpac and email us at xpac12360show@gmail.com. This has been a presentation of the AfterBuzz TV Network. Buzz you later! X-Pac 12360. Featuring weekly news, insider commentary, and interviews with superstars, past and present from the world of pro wrestling.
A new day is dawning for DX.
And now, your hosts, Sean X-Pac Waltman.
12360. Joining us now, he is a WWE Hall of Famer, one of the founding members of the NWO, and a multi-time Match of the Year award winner, plus a notorious sushi lover. Guys, please welcome to the show, Scott Hall.
The lovely Christy Olsen, my co-host here, Scott.
Hey, yo.
Scott.
Hi, Christy.
She's
hey,
really
Foxter.
hot.
Nice to cyber meet you.
It's about time, Pac, you finally had a show. You've been doing radio big time for a long time around Tampa. I'm glad you finally moved full time behind the mic.
Well, yeah, it has been. It's something that
You
I've
got a lot
been
of
wanting to do.
experience.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do, Scott. Anyways, my brother, From another mother. Oh God, I can't believe I said that one. That's
No,
an
I
old
can't
one,
either.
right?
Fuck.
Scott Hall,
Penalty
everybody.
flag, just brutal.
Oh,
McBrutal.
that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna go with it. Scott, I've done
I
some.
love to hear you laugh. You must be in Cali because I love hearing you laugh.
I am in Cali. I love it
Good.
here. I'm
Good.
back home. So hey, man, I've guested on so many other people's radio shows, podcasts. So it's time for me to have my own.
I shy away from podcasts unless it's someone that is a buddy system of mine. I like doing radio, like I like doing local radio and markets and stuff, particularly where I live. Like you had Tampa nailed down when you were there.
Yes,
That was-
the Mike
that was-
Calta Cowhead Show. #1
Yeah,
show
that
in
was
Tampa.
great, and you gained a lot of fans over that because you did. You exposed some sides of you. People knew you as a wrestler. You exposed, you as a human being, and I think you helped a lot of people. So way to
I
go,
think
buddy.
so. Well, I mean, if I can, that's really cool. I mean, it's just like you, Scott. It's our
That's what it
stories,
is.
just our stories, and we're still here and just
I guess.
telling our stories.
Yeah. Defied a lot of odds makers.
So what's been going on, man?
No, that was the Cowhead show that I was on that time with you, fresh out of rehab, and the one guy had picked me in his Deadpool that year.
Oh yes, Angry
So
Gavin.
I got to see him like, hey, bro, you're in my Deadpool. Be waiting for you in the parking lot.
Yeah, the show that I did in Tampa, for anybody that doesn't know, one of the segments they had on there was one where they would have a Deadpool and they would pick celebrities, and if somebody died, they would get a certain amount of points. Anyways, one of the guys on the show, he picked Scott, and
Part of me is flat. Hey, I was living a lifestyle at that time that certainly deserved being noted. I mean, if there's, I'm glad that I wasn't really that mad at the guy. I thought, hey,
no,
cool.
and the funny
At
thing.
least he was paying enough attention to me that he knew I was out of control.
And the funny thing is when he knew you were coming in the studio, he was like hoping, just really hoping I wouldn't tell you he picked you for the Deadpool, Scott.
Well, of course, then you have to, right?
Of course, because we have to make things as uncomfortable and awkward for people as humanly possible.
It's been serving us pretty well so
It's
far.
what we do.
Right, let's hold some people down.
So, Christy, you got any questions for my man here, Scott?
Well, hey Scott, it's Christy here.
Hi,
How you doing?
doing great, thank
Doing
you.
great. Well, you were telling us a little bit before we got on air about taking a week off from working out, and this really interests me. I want to hear more about sitting around eating cookies instead of going to the gym, because that sounds like a
Well,
really
it's
good
only
idea.
it's only a vacation if you're regularly working out the rest of the year. I try to do something at least 6 days a week. I'm not busting my ass like I was when I was younger, but I still go in and do something. So there comes, every 6 months or something when I feel a little burnout, I like to just veg. I still eat really clean. And because of my buddy Diamond Dallas Page, now I'm totally eating organic stuff. I have drank the Kool-Aid from the DDP Yoga cult. He's got me eating. I haven't bought organic veggies yet, but I still buy all organic meats. But I feel refreshed when I just lay around, veg out, watch TV, eat clean for about a week, then go back to the gym. I feel stronger. I feel like it propels me forward instead of, sometimes I feel like I get in a rut, like when I'm just like a soldier ant marching. Sometimes I got to take a break.
Hey, Scott, have you heard anything about or read anything about the paleo diet?
I've heard that term, but I'm not sure I know what it means. I don't know. What's it mean?
Well, they're not so much into the, eliminating all carbs necessarily, but
Right.
grains, a lot of the grains are eliminated and that. Anyways, I don't want to get off onto that, but I've been eating like that a lot lately, and I cut out all the sugary drinks. I'm only drinking water right now. Not even like tea or anything, just straight up water.
Good.
Which is a real big change for me.
Yeah, good for you, buddy.
Yeah, man, I feel
Yeah,
really
last
good.
time I saw you, you looked a lot leaner. I mean, I'll see you coming up here this weekend.
This weekend, yeah. Yeah, so we're this weekend, Scott, Kevin, and I are managing what are they called? The
Bridgeport Bluefish,
Oh.
brother.
Yes.
The Bridgeport Bluefish. They're a AAA team for maybe the Yankees, I want to say. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I read something this morning in Yahoo Sports, and I tweeted it out. So that's pretty cool.
Well, you guys got like a game plan? Is this your first time doing this?
Well, the game plan will be let's score more runs than the other guys, brother. Something like that, brother. Yeah, let's try to score more runs than they do, then we win.
So, Christy, last week we were at Stockton Con.
I saw some photos.
Yeah, we killed it there, huh?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I got called from the guy that worked with Kev and I on a couple other deals. That's the thing to do to me, those cons. I still like going to the small-time wrestling shows, but the cons are fun, and they treat you better, and you get to travel like internationally and do them. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Because you'll find for us, especially in our era, we're bigger in Europe than we were in the U.S. They treat you better in Europe.
Well, they treated us pretty good in Stockton, and the people did. I feel bad sometimes, and I say sometimes, but I get over it quick, Scott. When we come into a convention of any kind, it's like a big vacuum cleaner sucking up all the money. Everybody gives us the stink eye. All the other celebrities.
You're saying you feel bad for the other vendors, the other people who are there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel grateful. I feel grateful that people even remember who I am and that they will line up and wait in line for hours to come up and tell me how cool I am and take a picture with me. I have time for that. I got time
all day long.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I used to could only last about 2 hours, and then I got sick of me. But Kev has rubbed off on me where he's like, no, I'm telling you, wait it out, man. Wait it out. It pays off. So now I've been able to sit there 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, and it does pay off. Excuse me.
Yeah, and the thing I'm grateful for is not only do I have the NWO to fall back on and go do the appearances with you and Kev, but I got the DX thing. I can do something with Billy Gunn too.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Thank God for the click. Yeah.
Click still rules.
It does rule.
How many times do you think during those meet and greets you have to give the sign while taking a picture with somebody? Do they ask you almost every time?
I just automatically
I encourage them to do it. I encourage fans to do it because I want to remind them where it came from, because there's a lot of kids out there now who have no idea where it came from. So let's just remind them.
That's a good
point. I think it's really
Remind you
cool.
guys.
I think it's cool. It's the most recognized hand signal in wrestling. And I think the NWO shirt was probably the most recognized shirt back in the day.
Well, I mean, when you
I
watch,
think even still today.
well, when you watch Raw and you look opposite a hard camera, I'm always seeing probably like 5 or 6 NWO shirts in the crowd every time.
Cool.
I'm sure there's way more than that.
Cool, because I still get a cut.
Right.
So finally, thank you.
Well, are you guys how does it work with WWE now that you kind of have these Legends contracts? Is that right? Are you indebted to them? Can they tell you what to do, what not to do? You're still getting the checks? How does it go?
Yeah, what about, they don't really tell me what to do, but what about you, Scott?
No, they've been really cool with me. All they want to know is a little notice. If it's a big wrestling, like when WrestleMania is coming up or like Royal Rumble's coming up, if I'm making an appearance for somebody else, I always give them a heads up if I have appearances scheduled with them, just to say, is there any way you can work around these appearances, because, blah, blah, blah. It's a nice payday for me. So whenever I talk to Mark Carano there, he's really cool. He just wants to be kept in the loop and given, so I try to always give him that respect. But they've always been cool with me. And then a little love, be on one of their shows or even on just a network show, just keeps you relevant again to young kids out there. I mean, there's kids 5 years old throwing up click sign. And I'm going, and they know about us. Like the kids will talk to me about my matches who weren't born when the match happened.
That still blows me away.
Thank you, WWE Network.
It's the 20-year anniversary of the curtain call at Madison Square Garden and the whole form of the click.
So, yeah, did one of the guys in the booth just mentioned and reminded me that it's the 20th anniversary of the curtain call.
Really? It seems like 19 years.
I think I read somewhere where they're making an action figure set, like the curtain call action figure set.
Oh, wow. I heard a buddy who works for Dally was at the San Diego Comic Con. That's supposed to be the Mac Daddy one.
It is.
And he had a Master Blaster figure that was in the box backwards, and Typhoon Big Fred was there signing.
Oh,
and
you mean
they said
Shockmaster?
Yeah, Shockmaster. What I said, Blastmaster. Yeah, the guy. Remember, he's famous for falling through the curtain.
Yeah.
There's a niche bunch of people out there who think that's hilarious, and they lined up all day just to buy the action figure.
Good for Fred.
Yeah, I think
Really good for him.
I think it's great. So people, at the time that we got a lot of heat for it, well, we didn't because we left. You know, Hunter got all the heat because he stayed there. But now it's like, oh, epic moment in wrestling. At the time, we were hated for doing it.